Greetings all, Shardvixen here. Alright, so it's gonna be kind of loud, because there's a little fan in the back. Roger's doing something. I'm getting really loud feedback here.
What's going on?
Nothing, we're just loud in my head.
Ah.
Loud in my head. So I want to show you what I'm working on, and then we'll start reading our comic books. So hang on. Get to the twitchy area. Alright. So I did my shout outs. I'm sorry it takes so long. I'm a slow typer. Baked potato. 710 followed me. Cool. So here's the thing. My daughter sometimes comes up with these things that she wants to tell me about. And one of the things she wanted to tell me about is this company called Spoonflower. And Spoonflower will create material. Hey, Shy Fox, thanks for stopping by. Will develop material from your pictures. The thing is, they also have challenges. So if you're into drawing and doodling and creating pictures and you would love to make fabric of that, you should check them out. I'll see if I can find their I'm going to post it here. We are going to read a comic book, so just so you guys know that. I'm just doing this first. Spoonflower, that's it. So they're called Spoonflower. I'm going to share that in my stream. So if you guys are interested. They do these challenges and you can win, make money off of yours. And so I'm doing a challenge, and it was, let me read it real quick to you. Challenge. This one's due May 20th, so I've been working on it right now. It's Totally with a twist. I think that's how you pronounce it, T-O-I-L-E with a twist. Totally is a type of art that is used for wallpaper a lot, not necessarily for fabric, though I have seen fabric with that. It's a repetitive pattern over and over. And it can tell a story, or it can just be an image that just gets repeated over and over. And the one they show is this beautiful octopus with shells and coral and stuff. I'm going to do, it said, bring us a twist of humor, pop culture, moments, or modern life in a traditional layout. Neon pinks, olive greens, and deep purples are all fair game. Feel free to pay with the scale of these, as these will be showed on fabric. So I'm doing a carnival with ghosts, kind of a poppy culture thing. And this is my Ferris wheel. This is my Ferris wheel, and then I've got this little Coke stand. And then, though I like my other one better, so here's one I did too, the pop stall. I don't know if you guys see that. Let me pull it up closer to you. I like that one better though. But I'm gonna, this is the Ferris wheel, and it's got little food items and eyeballs and stuff. My Ferris wheel's going over, and these two little ghosties. And then I started with the roller coaster, and I want to put Boo Choo Choo right here, I think, in the stands. And then I have to lay these out in a way that are bigger and smaller. So that's the plan. Anyway, that's what I am doing off and on. The other thing I'm working on is my new tarot card set. My tarot card set. I haven't really gotten to the pictures part of it, so I can't share any. But, yeah. So, we're going to read. This is our last Marvel Saga. And we're going to read Marvel Saga number 10. and we'll do one of our packets for our Lego, and then we're going to do some journaling. Okay, so all right. Here's the art cover. I probably won't be changing this the way I do this very much, except that part. Okay, so inside, the origin of X-Men and the Avengers. Marvel Saga, the original history of the Marvel Universe. It's kind of interesting. I went and seen the Thunderbolts. Not the movie I thought it was going to be, and I don't watch reviews till I go see the movie. So obviously there were a lot of people, not the movie they thought it was going to be. But that being said, I really enjoyed it. It was fun. And that's all I want out of a movie, is something that's fun. I always like Marvel movies from Disney because I like to see if I can figure out what the characters are, and then when the comic books where they used them from. But Fantastic Four is coming out in July. I say that because I'm not sure exactly, but reading all the Marvel Saga recently, I'm like, oh, it's going to be interesting how they do that, you know. And at the end of Thunderbolts, no spoilers, just you should watch it if you watch the movie. There's some reference too, so it's kind of cool. Alright, together at last as a team, the X-Men. So, when we're done reading this one, we will be starting on, not this one, what is the Marvel Saga? 11. Well, that's interesting. How did that pop up in there? It's not what I wanted. Where did I just put it? Interesting. Okay, hang on. That's Marvel Saga still. I don't have a home for Marvel Saga, so that's the problem. I just pulled it out to share it. Where did I put it? Oh, it's over there. Hang on. Pulled it up and then I got dumped something to it. Okay, so when we're done with this, we're going to start Classic X-Men. Now, the thing about this one here, this is not the original X-Men. This is, if I remember right, this is the X-Men after this is where the X-Men have disappeared. The original X-Men, as what is in Marvel Saga, have disappeared on this island, and they assemble another X-Men group, and that's the one that's gonna have Nightcrawler, Wolverine, Storm, I think, is in it. Maybe Banshee. I'm not positive. But so they start a whole new X-Men group, and that's the one that, for the longest time, from that time period to the 90s, is a pretty set group. Alright. Let's make sure we're centered here. Okay. So, together at last as a team, the X-Men, plus the origin of the Beast, plus the origin of Doctor Strange, plus the Avengers First Battle. If you guys hear an echo, please let me know. It sounds like I have an echo, and I'm not sure why I have an echo. So I'm going to check and see why I have an echo. I'm going to do something really quick. That is my snowball. Why am I doing an echo? Maybe from my camera. That's odd. It didn't do it before. Okay, well. If you hear echo, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go with it. There's so many problems with sound because I have so many different types of things that it just doesn't make sense to me anymore. Okay, the origin of the Beast, the origin of Doctor Strange, the Avengers' first battle, the origin of Jean Grey. That's what's in this one here. I'm pretty sure it's because I'm getting sound out of my camera as well, and the camera is not supposed to be doing any sound. Which, I wonder if I could look that up. That's the back cover. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, let me go back to the fridge. Alright. A good bit, wait at least. Alright, here we go. This book was published in September 1986 to Stand United. It is a day several years ago when the Amazing Spider-Man's crime-fighting career seemed to be over barely after it had begun. When shy, unathletic high school student Peter Parker gained the superhuman strength and agility that made him Spider-Man, he thought he could do anything. He rescued an astronaut and his space capsule. He held his own against space power opponents. But then Spider-Man met a new criminal, Dr. Octopus, who could mentally command the super strong metal tentacles attached to him. And Octopus utterly defeated that overconfident hero with a humiliating ease. His spirit crushed, Peter Parker had given up the role of Spider-Man. From now on... Well, that's cool.
You see how it's darkened everything up?
Yep.
Exactly what I needed. All the lines darkened.
Cool.
Yep. That one's done. Now
ooh, that's stinky stuff.
Yes. It is stinky.
You should have showed it on the camera. Let's see. From now on, he has decided he will lead the normal life of a student. His dream of being a superhero is dead. Hello, Petey. Say, what's with him? He won't answer. Looks like he lost his favorite test tube. There's no one I can talk to. No one who'd understand. Wow, all the sounds are picking up now. Okay. The gloom-ridden Peter arrives at school to find a surprise guest at the assembly. Johnny Storm, who, as the Flaming Human Torch, is a member of the world-famous adventuring team, the Fantastic Four. At this point in history, Johnny's flame is not as powerful as it is today. I was asked here to tackle Dr. Octopus, but I've used my flame so much recently, I have to wait a few days to let it get strong again. And while I'm waiting, your principal asked me to address you. If only I had his power, his confidence. But that's easy when you've never been beaten. The end of the Torch's speech hits Peter Parker like a thunderbolt. Now, for a parting thought. Stick to your schoolwork and do your best in your studies. Don't be discouraged if it sometimes seems as though the important thing is never give up. Remember that. Never give up. Ability alone isn't enough. It's one lesson I learned from my partnership with the Fantastic Four. It's almost as though he's talking to me. Even the Fantastic Four have had defeats, but we've always come back. Our motto is never say die. He's right. By golly, he's right. Later, at the conclusion of Torch's lecture, I want to thank you for that speech. I'll never forget what you said today. It meant a lot to me. Huh? Oh, sure. Glad you enjoyed it, fella. Johnny Storm had no idea that the young man thanking him is secretly Spider-Man, whom he met only weeks before. Nor does he realize the tremendous effort his words have had on his fellow hero, who's really a teenager. A teenager. I mean, I started reading Spider-Man when I was like 6 years old. And so the whole idea of a teenager kind of intrigued me. Filled with the new confidence, Parker again becomes Spider-Man and confronts Dr. Octopus, who has taken over the Atomic Research Center where he once worked. Octopus is as lethal as before, but this time Spider-Man is absolutely determined to win. Their battle rages on. At last, after long minutes, the wall crawler sees an opportunity. Give up, fool. Sooner or later you'll have to let go, and then I'll have you. I've got one chance, but I got to time it to the split second or I'm finished. Now! And Dr. Octopus is defeated. And so, his sense of purpose fully renewed, Spider-Man will continue to fight criminals no matter how powerful they are. As for Dr. Octopus, he will continue to be one of Spider-Man's deadliest nemesis in the years to come. Now the scene shifts to the Strange House in New York City, Greenwich Village, where shortly after Dr. Octopus's first defeat by Spider-Man, a man beset by eerily menacing dreams seeks help from the mysterious sorcerer Doctor Strange. Excuse me. It's my dreams. Every night I have the same dream over and over. It's terrible. I can't stand it. Continue. Strange, for years, an acknowledged master of the mystic arts, has earned a reputation as one concerned with the welfare of others. But it was not always so. Strange's story really began with that of the Oriental mystic known as the Ancient One. 5 centuries ago, he was a youth studying magic with his friend Kalu in the Tibetan village Kamarja. I always start out that way. We stand on the threshold of ultimate power. With the spells we have recorded on these parchments, there will be nothing we could not accomplish. I, Kalu, our people will reap many benefits from what we have done. But Kalu intended to use his magical prowess to carve out an empire and turned against his humane fellow sorcerer. Fool, your magic is as weak as your will. I shall not kill you, for I shall enjoy having you as my personal slave when our conquest is over. Until then, you shall remain fixed where you stand, helpless as a statue. You shall watch with motionless eyes as I prepare my army. While my back was turned, Kalu struck. It was folly to think he would fight with honor. But the future Ancient One's power was so great that he succeeded even while physically paralyzed in defeating Kalu. Kalu fled, and the future Ancient One eventually became Sorcerer Supreme of the Earth's dimension. But after 5 centuries, the Ancient One was near death and needed a successor. Stephen Strange was then a noted surgeon who cared more for money than for his fellow men. The operation was a success, Doctor. Your patient wants to thank you. I can't be bothered. Just be sure he pays his bill. But Strange's successful career was abruptly cut short when he was in an auto accident. We got here just in time, Joe. Call for an ambulance. Strange survived, but then a doctor gave him horrifying news. Although your hands seem to be all right, the nerves have been severely damaged. You mean? Yes, you will never be able to perform an operation again. No, I don't believe you. You're lying. You must be lying. It reminds me of, I don't know if you've ever watched Soap Dish. If you ever get a chance, rent it. It is such a funny movie. But there's a whole kind of soap opera feel to the comic book here. Because there's a part where it says, "You don't mean yes." Okay. Despairing, the once arrogant and prosperous Stephen Strange lost all confidence, all joy. He became a drunken derelict, but then one day he found a new, if unlikely, hope. Yeah, I heard of the Ancient One. Also, they say he can cure anything by some magical power. If you ask me, it's just a legend. The Ancient One. Many times in the past, I too have heard this name mentioned in low whispers. Can it be that there is some truth to the legends? History tells us there have been men with certain powers. What if he's such a man? If only the Ancient One did exist and could cure his hands, Strange thought, he could regain his wealth and position. And so, after a long, harrowing journey, Strange finally arrived at the legendary palace in the Himalayas. It was the home of the Ancient One. He did exist, but he could not cure Strange. You sought me for my healing powers, but I cannot help you, for your motives are still selfish. And yet I seem to see a spark within you, a spark of decency. Gotta wait for Hex to stop barking. Hex, you're really loud. Hex. 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 Come on.
Boy!
Roger has to yell at him and then he growls at Roger. A spark of decency, of goodness, which I might be able to fan into a flame. Now you come to see me, pup? What? No, what? Yes, good boy. You were a good boy. I'm sorry you got yelled at, but you were barking. You was a good boy, though. Good boy. Doing your job. No, I don't want to pet you. He's at my feet, tapping at me. Hi. What? Okay, that's it. Nope. Can't bark. Can't. Nope. Go away, puppy dog. If you will, stay here. Study with me. Perhaps you will find within yourself the cure you seek. I should have known it. It's just a waste of time. You're nothing but an old fraud. Your little parlor tricks don't impress me. I'm leaving. Say, where did that snow come from? It wasn't there before. I could never make it down the pass now. No, you will remain here until it thaws, sneaky old man. Sorry. That's no, isn't your doing, is it? What am I saying? Pretty soon I'll convince myself you do have magic powers. Naturally, man of the Western world, you must not allow yourself to believe in magic. It would be unseemly. And more, inasmuch as you must remain here until the snow thaws, my pupil, Mordo, will show you to your chamber. Mordo, what a creeping-looking character. Indeed, Baron Karl Mordo would become Strange's greatest rival in time to come. But for now, Strange languished in boredom at the Ancient One's palace, thinking the old man some sort of charlatan. Strange would not believe in magic until he witnessed a sorceress attack. I'll ask the old man if he knows how long it takes the snow to melt around here. It looks like he's sleeping. Say, what's that vapor swirling around him? But the Ancient One was still powerful enough to fend off this menace, though the effort exhausted him. At the very split second, in a blinding flash of light, the swirling vapors vanished into nothingness. "Begone, forces of darkness!" If I hadn't seen it, I'd never have believed it. What was that? What did it mean? What force defeated it? I cannot explain to a non-believer, but I must always be on my guard. The forces of evil are ever pitted against me. So, Doctor Strange is another comic book I didn't really read a whole lot of. I have a lot of crossovers, and that's a lot of what come from that. Look, I'm not a surgeon anymore, but I'm still a doctor. I can see that you're weak, ill. You need rest. Impossible. I must remain until I find a successor. The evil forces must not be allowed here on Earth. Strange's idea about magic began to change. Then he accidentally discovered it was Mordo who had sent the attack, just as Mordo was casting a new spell against the Ancient One. It was then that Strange first heard the name of an even greater menace, the great Dormammu, ruler of the Dark Dimension. "Let the force of your power descend upon my enemy. Let him feel your fatal touch. I beseech you, Dormammu." That doll surrounded by vapor, it looks familiar. "You won't get away with it, Mordo. I'll tell him. He'll toss you out. Fool, you think I am helpless? You think you can defeat my plan? Behold!" Mordo's spell created an enchanted clamp around Strange's mouth that was invisible to all but the two of them. It formed itself into an iron clamp around my mouth. I cannot speak. The clamp would allow Strange to speak, except to warn the Ancient One about Mordo's death plans. Strange was overwhelmed by what he had witnessed, and so, alone and helpless, Dr. Stephen Strange stands and broods. Now at last I see the power of sorcery. I cannot give up. The evil Mordo must never be allowed to defeat the Ancient One, for if he should, what would happen to the world as we know it? Now remember, they're not really great comic book pictures because these are they're taking panels out of the other book. Maybe that one was a little too close. I don't know. Finally, realizing what evil truly was, Strange was determined to do whatever he could to fight it. The potential hero buried within the arrogant surgeon finally emerged. I am only subject to Mordo's spell if I try to warn the Ancient One, yet I am able to speak of other matters, so there is still one hope. If I too can learn the secrets of black magic, then I can battle Mordo with his own weapons. Ancient One, I crave a boon. I wish to accept the terms you offered me some days ago. I wish to study at your feet, to be taught your knowledge, to prove myself worthy of the mystic arts. Ah, at last I have reached the real Doctor Strange. I knew that there was good within you. If I could but bring it to the surface, I accept you, my son. You shall be my disciple. First, I release you from Mordo's spell, so now you are free to speak and act even as before. You knew of Mordo's spell? Of course. The people can have no secrets from his master. But although he is evil, I prefer to keep Mordo here where I can control him, rather than banish him. One day, my son, when I am gone, it will be your task to battle Mordo to the finish. You have been tested, and you have passed your baptism of fire, but the path ahead of you will be difficult and fraught with danger. Do you still wish to continue? I do, Ancient One. It looks creepy there. Mordo did not succeed in murdering the Ancient One, and Strange studied with his new mentor for years. Finally, Strange went to live in New York City as the master of mystic arts. Master. Now, let us return to Dr. Strange and his patient. Strange knows there is something supernatural about this man's eerie dreams, and plans to deal with them in an unusual way, by entering your dreams. As the troubled man sleeps, Strange projects his astral self, the spirit form, into the man's psyche, entering the dimensions of dreams itself. There, Strange learns that the man's haunting dreams are due to his past crimes. Strange also confronts an old enemy, Nightmare, my ancient foe. This is Nightmare, a demonic being who preys on the psychic energies of those who sleep. Dr. Strange's first battle with Nightmare has yet to be recorded, but here they are already longtime enemies. Meanwhile, the sleeping man wakes, fearing Strange, using information discovered in the dream will expose him as a criminal, goes to murder the magician's physical body. Behold, Dr. Strange, you may witness your own destruction. Your mortal body is unprotected. Its life is about to be snuffed out. Nothing can save you now. There is yet one who can, Master. Hear me, I need you, Master. I think just jump out of it. Strange's psychic call is heard by the Ancient One, who casts a spell, causing the amulet Strange's body wears to glow. The amulet opens, revealing the powerful mystic eye of Agamotto. And suddenly, from that unblinking orb, a blinding, hypnotic ray shoots out, freezing the amazed human to the spot as his limbs grow strangely rigid. His body saved, Strange Astro's form leaves the dream dimension. I made it. I'm safe in my own dimension. You've eluded me this time, but I'll get you yet. And as the awesome amulet loses its blinding radiance, the metaphysical spirit of Dr. Strange once again enters his earthly body. Strange, patient, confesses to the police how he cheated another man out of his wealth, and as for Nightmare, he'll soon strike again, as we shall see next issue. Over at the offices of Daily Bugle, Peter Parker has one of his first brief conversations with publisher J. Jonah Jameson's secretary. Oh, there's JJ's young photographer, Peter Parker. Would you bring these trousers into me, Mr. Jameson, Peter? He's in such a bad mood. I'd hate to face him. Sure, Miss Bryant. This is Betty Brent. I said Bryant, but it's Bryant, who will become the first woman with whom Peter falls in love. Although she will eventually marry reported Ned Leeds, she will remain a good friend of Peter's. Peter has also recently met another young woman, his classmate Liz Allen. Hey, Peter, what time will you pick me up tonight? Suffering cats. I forgot all about my date with Liz tonight. I'll have to break it. Gosh, Liz, I'm sorry. I can't make it. Something kind of came up. Lucky for you, Liz. How... Now you can go out with a real man, namely me. Gee, don't be angry, Liz. You see, I have to study for tomorrow's exam, and Peter Parker, you're the top student in class. If you can't spare one evening for a date, then I'm sorry for you. Goodbye. Hey, dig that crazy umbrella. How come you left your goulashes at home, skinny? But although Liz and another classmate, Flash Thompson, treat Peter badly now, they too will become his friends in times to come. Liz will marry Peter's college friend, Harry Osborn. The real reason that Peter had to break his date is that he's intent on capturing a new superhuman thief, the Sandman. The criminal grew up in New York City slum as William Baker, but he adopted the alias Flint Marco after turning to crime as a youth. One of the city's most wanted criminals, Marco, ended up in Rikers Island prison, but one night he made a daring escape. Pursued by the FBI and the police, Marco hid out at a military nuclear testing site. He would find no safety there. Well, of course not. Hey, Feely. Thanks for coming by. That morning, as Marco was lying on a beach at the site, the military tested a nuclear reactor whose steam system exploded, bombarding him with radiation. Weirdly, the radiation mutated Marco so that he could transform his body into a sand-like substance. Spider-Man cannot harm the Sandman when he turns his body to loose sand-like grains, but Marco can hit Spider-Man with a superhuman force by turning his sandy fist hard as stone. But Spider-Man succeeds in defeating the Sandman, who will battle him and the Fantastic Four many times in the future before finally weary of his life of crime and going straight. When the Fantastic Four last saw their greatest enemy, Dr. Doom, he had been hit by a reducing ray and shrank into seemingly nothingness. But the evidence grows that Doom survived. The crime-fighting Ant-Man gives the Fantastic Four his shrinking potion, which enables the team to pursue Doom into another dimension. It is the first time any superhero has traveled to a microverse. There, Doom used a shrinking ray to reduce the Fantastic Four even further and entraps them. Doom also captures the Ant-Man, but after the heroes break free, Doom escapes back to Earth and the Fantastic Four and Ant-Man hot on his trail. Blah, blah, blah. Almost immediately after returning to Earth, Doom launches his first attempt at world conquest. The Fantastic Four invaded Doom's airship headquarters, but there Doom has prepared traps especially designed to combat Mr. Fantastic's stretching power, the Invisible Girl's invisibility, the Human Torch's flame, and the monstrous thing's immense strength. Yet the Fantastic Four survive the traps and almost capture Doom when the villain leaps from the airship. The heroes think he has leapt to his death, but actually under the cover of clouds he activates a concealed jetpack that carries him to safety. Far from America, Baron Mondor again attacks his former mentor, the Ancient One. Mordo has a potion planted in the Ancient One's food that weakens the elderly mystic. Then Mordo appears to him in the astral form, demanding he surrender his greatest secrets. But Doctor Strange, in his own astral form, comes to his master's aid and defeats Mordo, enabling the Ancient One to recover safely. You'd think he'd know he was being poisoned. I realize there's probably not an echo, because the only reason I'm hearing an echo is because I'm hearing my voice as well as the one in my head. Okay, meanwhile, the alien Skrulls have transformed one of their race into the Super Skrull, who possesses all the powers of the Fantastic Four as well as the... we skipped something. Nope, I guess not. As well as the hyponic powers and the Skrull's own natural shape-changing abilities. The Super Skrull comes to Earth to defeat the Fantastic Four, who had previously thwarted a Skrull invasion of Earth. But the brilliant Reed Richards deducts that the scrolls are broadcasting power to the super scroll through hyperspace. Sue Storm, the invisible girl, asphyxiates a jamming device to the super scroll, whom the human touch then entraps on a distant island. Back at the Daily Bugle, Billy Brandt begins to perceive the real reason for J. Jonah Jameson's continual editorial attacks on Spider-Man. Peter Parker feels not only grateful but attracted to his new defender. I think Parker is right, sir. I've heard some of our readers mention that they think you're jealous of Spider-Man for some reason. Well, I never knew I had an ally in JJ's secretary, and I never realized how pretty Betty Brant was either till now. That's enough. I'm still the publisher here, and I'll decide our editorial policy. Now in New York City, Dr. Doom, thinking Spider-Man a criminal, asks him to become his ally. Spider-Man not only refuses but fights Doom, who nearly defeats the young hero with his incredible arsenal of weapons. But the Fantastic Four arrive just in time and Doom makes an escape. Yeah, because no one can take the other person's villains. Come on. Doom lives to fight the Fantastic Four. And Fantastic Four lives to fight Doom. Along with other people, of course. But there's a great rejoicing within the Atlantic Ocean. Decades before the city of the weather-breathing Atlanteans in the Arctic Ocean was destroyed, Prince Namor, the submariner, the super-strong son of the human father and the Atlantean mother, unjustly blames the surface world for the city's fate. Namor has searched for his lost undersea people, but now finally has found him, and they joyously hail him as their ruler. I vow to be true to the name of Namor, which means avenging son. I shall never rest till the insolent human race has paid for its crimes against our people. Now rise and pledge me your hearts, your hands, and your lives. All hail, mighty Namor! Hail, Prince of submariners! Great Neptune himself has sent thee to lead us. One Atlantean is especially happy to see Namor, his distant cousin, the Lady Dormara, who is in love with him. Release my hand, Krang. I must go to him. Wait, have you forgotten your vow? You have pledged to become the bride of Warlord Krang. I shall never let him leave me again. Never. With his people behind him, Namor now intends to conquer the surface world before its nations attack Atlantis again. Now I must lead my people to victory, the task I was born to do. If Namor had not returned, both Dormara and the crown might have been mine, but there still are ways. Indeed, Krang will attempt to seize the Atlantean throne and to take Dorma as his wife in future years. Sounds a lot like another underwater seas person. Namor's forces begin their onslaught by invading many major cities throughout the world. Soon New York City, the Fantastic Four's home, is conquered by Atlantean troops. First phase of invasion completed, no casualties. Ben Grimm, the Thing, captures some Atlantean soldiers and brings them to Reed Richards for examination. I refuse to divulge anything except my name, rank, and serial number. Is that so? What do you bet I can make you change your mind? No need for that, Ben. His helmet's filled with water tells me all I have to know. Now I have the answer I was seeking. Realizing that the submariner is the only Atlantean who can breathe both air and water, Richard devises a means of causing the Atlanteans' breathing helmets to malfunction from afar. My men are suffocating, their helmets' water is evaporating. Quick, back to the sea, all of you. As a result, the Atlanteans are forced to retreat from every surface city they had invaded. Infuriated by this humiliating rout, Namor vengefully abducts Sue Storm, the invisible girl, and holds her prisoner above his flagship. The air within has just enough moisture so that both Sue and the Atlanteans can breathe. We must not allow ourselves to become discouraged by one defeat. I have only just begun to fight. Of course, my prince, no matter what fate befalls you, know that Lady Dorma shall always be by your side. I feel like he ignores her. The rest of the Fantastic Four, Reed, Ben, and Susan's brother Johnny, and the Human Torch soon catch up with Namor, who battles them atop their own craft. I have no desire to take human life. Why do you not surrender and save yourselves? Fishman, if I could only get a good grip on that slimy hide of yours, I'd... Ha! Now I gotcha. But while they fight, Namor's own ship is damaged and the sea rushes in. Quick, repair that breach before our prisoner drowns. It is too late, my Lord Krang. There is no time. Realizing that she is all but lost, the hapless girl hurls herself through the now open escape hatch, preparing to make a futile attempt to reach the surface rather than remain below to face certain doom. I never dreamt that it would all end like this. Bound as she was, Sue would not have made it if not Namor and Ben had seen her plight and agreed to temporary truce in order to rescue her. Gotta hold my breath just a few seconds longer. Gotta free Sue's feet. Ah, there. Now, if Namor can just get her up there in time, but if anybody can, he's the one. Namor is deeply in love with Sue, and her safety means far more to him than his anger towards her teammates. Near death from drowning, Sue needs immediate hospitalization, but the Fantastic Four's craft was severely damaged in the fight. Therefore, Namor decides to use his own ship to save Sue. This does not concern battle plans. The surface girl is dying. I must get her to the hospital within minutes. No more time for talk. You have your orders. Surface girl, you order us out of the Imperial craft in order to save an enemy? Thus, out of love, Namor commits what his people view as an act of betrayal. Well, yeah. All for love. And unacquitted love at that. Unacquired love. Acquired, not unacquitted. Sue's teammates are forced to trust her safety to the very being who just tried to force the human race into submission. Hold it, Namor. You ain't leaving unless we go with you. No, stay back. The lighter my command craft is, the faster it will travel. Every second counts. If you delay me, you will have only yourself to blame for the consequences. He's right. Let him go. We have to trust him. When Reed, Johnny, and Ben reach New York, they find that Namor kept his word. Sue was fully recovered. But on returning to the Atlanteans' new city, the submariner finds he has paid a grievous price for his act of love. Outraged by his seeming betrayal, the Atlanteans have abandoned both him and his city. Now Namor is only a prince of a city of ghosts. Am I to be a king without a kingdom, a man without a home? More than a sea creature, yet less than human. Is there never to be a place for me on the surface or in the sea? Shortly thereafter, that same summer in the Florida Everglades, the one-armed scientist, Dr. Curtis Connors, creates an unusual serum. He hopes to be able to grow a new arm, the way certain lizards can regenerate severed limb or tail. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait. I'm not done. His serum proves successful with a three-legged rabbit. The serum, which I have extracted from my experimental lizard, worked. The rabbit grew a new leg within an hour. Now, all that remains is for me to try it on a human. And what better subject can there be than myself? Curtis, are you sure it's safe? Curtis. It's not safe. It's never safe.
Go back down there. That'd be stupid.
What?
I'm talking to myself, my love.
Okay. The serum indeed works. Connor grows a new arm, all right, just like a lizard. But the change doesn't end there. No, the hand, the arm, and all of Curtis Connor's begins to change until, what has happened to me? What have I done? Connor's hand turns green and scaly, and his entire body changes until he becomes a humanoid reptile. His mind, too, alters, becoming steadily more inhuman. Finally, to the horror of his wife Martha and son Billy, Dr. Connor becomes the menace called Lizard. Possessing superhuman strength and the ability to command other reptiles mentally, the lizard terrorizes the Everglades. J. Jonah Jameson sends Peter Parker to Florida to photograph the lizard, and there Parker battles the sinister creature and his reptilian army as Spider-Man. And no one can guess that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, even though everywhere he goes, like Clark Kent. Working from Connor's notes, Spider-Man uses Peter Parker's scientific expertise to conduct an antidote to the lizard's serum, and after a furious struggle, forces the lizard to swallow it. Hold it, Liz. That'll only take a second. The antidote works, and the lizard becomes the human Kurt Connors once more. The nightmare has ended at last. It's over. You have only one arm again. Every last vestige of the lizard identity has vanished. From time to time since then, Connors has reverted to being the lizard, but Connor and his family have always been grateful to Spider-Man for his help and friendship, and Kurt Connors is still a staunch ally to him today. Meanwhile, at about the same period in the past, out in the New Mexico desert, the incredible super-strong Hulk has been at peace ever since he defeated the alien mental monster and the government pardoned him for the destruction that he caused in the past. But now Hulk, who at this time still retains much of his human alter ego, Bruce Banner's intelligence, sees what appears to be lit sticks of dynamite atop a railroad track, heroically leaps to snuff it out. Miscalculating the force of his plunge, the Hulk accidentally demolishes the trestle, and the witness aboard the oncoming trains draws exactly the wrong conclusion. Witnesses. It's not just one. It's many of them. Many witnesses. But using his almost limitless strength of his incredible body, the Hulk bends below the tracks, supporting them with his massive back as the train passes safely by. But the TNT the Hulk saw was merely an illusion created by the magic of Loki, the god of mischief and evil. He saved the train, but only I know that. The humans will still think he tried to slay them, and the hunt will be on, and Thor will join it, all because of Loki, the master schemer. Loki is one of the gods of Asgard, a race of superhuman beings once worshipped by the Norsemen. He has decided to use the Hulk as his unwitting bait to lure his hated foster brother Thor into a trap. Bruce Banner's confidant, Rick Jones, heads a teen barrage of ham radio operators who send out a call for help to find the Hulk. The summons is heard not only by the thunder god Thor, but by the new armored superhero Iron Man, and by Ant-Man and his new partner the Wasp, who can both shrink to insecticide and command ants. You would think she could command bees or yellow jackets or something like that, because that would be the better thing. So it is that the astounded teen barrage finds themselves presented at the first meeting of four of Earth's best known superheroes. Why so surprised? Didn't you send for me? Wowee, it's Thor. Look, flying above us. It's Ant-Man and the Wasp. It would seem as though the gang's all here, lads. The four heroes leave in pursuit of the quarry, and soon Iron Man is pitting his tremendous strength against the incredible power of the Hulk. No one can stop the Hulk. Meanwhile, Thor learns that Loki is the true culprit and does battle with him on a distant island in the Asgardian dimension. Finally, Thor defeats and captures Loki. Wait, stop! Where are you taking me? What are you going to do? With noble Odin's permission, I shall bring you to Earth. There you will find others who are waiting for you, others almost as powerful as I. And soon on Earth. Stop! You two have no reason to fight. It's Thor. Who's he holding with his hammer? Oh, it's Thor. All hail Thor. With Loki captured, the Hulk cleared by Thor, and Hulk at peace with the four heroes, the adventure is over. But just as the five are about to go their separate ways, Ant-Man suddenly speaks up. Wait, before we separate, the Wasp and I have something to say. Each of us has a different power. If we combine forces, we could be almost unbeatable. Work as a team? Why not? I'm for it. There is much good we might do. I'm sick of being hunted and hounded. I'd rather be with you than against you. So whether you like it or not, I'm joining the, hey, what are we going to call ourselves? That's right, we need a name. Should be something colorful and dramatic, like the Avengers or nothing. That's it, the Avengers. We'll fight together or separately if need be. I pity the guy who tries to beat us. We'll never be beaten, for we are the Avengers. Thus is formed one of the greatest teams of champions of justice in history. The Hulk will soon leave the group, but eventually many of the Earth's greatest heroes will join the mighty Avengers. Appropriate enough, today the East Coast division of the Avengers is headed by Wasp, who gave the organization its name. Fall arrives, and with it the football season. One college player, the intellectual Henry Hank McCoy, soon makes an incredible reputation for himself. His startling animal-like agility wins him the nickname of the Beast. Hank is actually a mutant with both superhuman abilities, as Professor Charles Xavier suspects. Xavier is in the process of forming a team of superhuman mutants to be known as the X-Men, and sends one of them, the Iceman, to contact McCoy. But McCoy has also attracted the attention of a costumed criminal called the Conquistador, who uses his electrical weaponry to kidnap him. Iceman, who can freeze moisture in the air, reports trouble to Xavier and his fellow X-Men Cyclops and the Winged Angel. That's what I said. That suspected mutant is gone, and so are his folks. And they didn't go quietly. Held prisoner in the Conquistador's lair, Hank faces a terrible choice: to aid him in a major robbery or watch his parents, also abducted by the Conquistador, be murdered. The option is totally yours, boy. Your imprisoned parents will survive or not, depending on your decision. Now, for the last time, will you cooperate? Hank has no real choice. He agrees to help his captor, but even then, Xavier is trying to pick up Hank's individual mutant brainwave pattern with his first version of his mutant-detected device, Cerebro. And the X-Men history is being laid out for you. Soon, the reluctant Hank is using his amazing ability to steal a vastly powerful miniature solar generator for the Conquistador. And I'm not going to be able to say it. Hank assumes the Conquistador will set his parents free once he has the generator, but the armored criminal had no intention of losing such a talented pawn as Hank. Shut your mouth, boy. Your parents will remain where they are indefinitely as hostages against your rebellious spirit until you are of no further use to me. But the conquistador has finally pushed the beast too far and he attacks. But Hank alone is no match for a conquistador's technological arsenal, including an electrified sword and a shield that projects a force field. Hank direly needs savior, and he gets them as one of Cyclops' eye beams break through the 3-inch steel door. Xavier has used Cerebro to pinpoint McCoy's location, and X-Men went to the rescue. Hank joins his future partners in making quick work of the Conquistador's men. While Hank and the X-Men free his parents and rush them outside, rush them outside to safety, the Conquistador attempts to destroy them all with his harness power of the solar generator. But the machine was damaged during the battle and explodes, putting an end to the Conquistador's mad plans. Hank rather enjoyed fighting along the X-Men, and so he eagerly accepts Xavier's invitation to join the group as the Beast. And so, some weeks later, we find Professor Xavier sitting quietly in study at the Winchester County mansion. Apart from being crippled at that time, he seems an ordinary man. But Xavier, too, is a mutant, and now he summons his students mentally with his mighty telepathic powers. Attention, X-Men. This is Professor Xavier calling. Repeat, this is Professor X calling. You are ordered to appear at once. Class is now in session. Tardiness will be punished. Immediately they hurry in. 4 original male members of the Uncanny X-Men. For Professor Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters is secretly a place where he trains young mutants in the use of their superhuman powers. Cyclops, President accounted for, sir. There's the Angel's reporting, sir. Iceman, right on schedule, sir. The Beast is here, sir. The X-Men honed the use of their powers in the danger room, often pitting themselves against formidable obstacles. Go! 3 seconds exactly. Well done, Beast. Good. You avoided the second obstacle with seconds to spare. Clack. Ah, now I'm getting warmed up. But there is still one member of the original X-Men missing. She arrives at the end of the training season. A beautiful teenage girl named Jean Grey, soon to be known as Marvel Girl. What kind of school is this, sir? I have a right to know. I think you are a suspect, Miss Grey. You see, I can read your thoughts quite clearly, and I know all about your unusual talent. You, Miss Grey, like the other 4 students at this most exclusive school, are a mutant. You possess an extra power, one which ordinary humans do not. That is why I call my students X-Men, for extra powers. And here they are now. Allow me to present them to you. From left to right, we have Hank McCoy, known to us as the Beast, Bobby Drake, nicknamed Iceman, Slim Summers, our human Cyclops, Warren Worthington III, who is called the Angel. Boys, this is Miss Jean Grey. She will be known as Marvel Girl. And so the original X-Men team is finally all together. Indeed, they are again together today as the 5 members of X Factor. Scott Summers will soon drop his nickname of Slim, and he and Jean will fall deeply in love with one and another. The Angel to this day binds his wings beneath his clothes with a harness. I don't know why that's important, but okay. Initially, the Beast and the Angel are also quite attracted to their classmate. Now, how come he's calling you Marvel Girl, Miss Grey? What power do you have? She has one very obvious power, the power to make a man's heart beat faster. You know something, Warren? If I had had your line, I'd shoot myself. You'll learn more about me in time, boys. Boys, in time. Jean Grey is indeed mysterious at first. For example, she already knows how to use her mutant power quite well. Her new classmates do not realize that this is because this is not the first time she's been to Xavier's school, nor was she always as much in control of her powers as she is now. Jean grew up in the town of Annandale-on-Hudson in upstate New York. One day when she was 10, Jean was playing in her front yard. Jean, you and Annie, be careful. Playing in the front yard, watch out for cars. Be especially careful near the blind curve, darling. Drivers can't see anyone in the road, especially if they're driving fast. Jump for it, Annie. The wind's pulling it away from me. It's going into the road. I'll get it. Annie, wait. Check for cars first. Annie never saw the car. The driver never saw her. And the driver never saw her. It's okay, Annie. Mom's calling the ambulance. It'll be here soon. I hurt hard to breathe. Am I gonna die? Without warning, Jean felt an agonizing snap within her own brain and found herself within Annie's mind, hearing Annie's thoughts and experiencing her emotions. Again she felt a snap, less painful this time, and found herself back in herself once more, cradling her best friend's corpse. During the next year, Jean cut herself off from people, becoming as much of a hermit as an 11-year-old can be. This self-imposed isolation was part of a desperate battle for survival, for Jean could now hear other people's thoughts, and her inability to shut those thoughts out were threatening to drive her mad. No doctor seemed able to help until one at last suggested, there is one other possibility. A colleague of mine, back from the Near East, recovered from a terrible accident, a man named Charles Xavier. Xavier used his own psychic abilities to block off Jean's telepathic powers until she could achieve the maturity necessary to deal with them. Meanwhile, he trained her in using her telekinetic powers, which enabled her to move objects by mental power. Under Xavier's guidance, the confused, introverted child became a confident, capable young woman. When he thought her ready, Xavier invited Jean to join the X-Men, though still not unleashing her telepathic powers. Now, for the benefit of the whole group, Xavier explained the purpose of the X-Men. And now, let me tell you more about my school. I was born of parents who had worked on the first A-bomb project. Like yourselves, I am a mutant, possibly the first such mutant. I have the power to read minds and to project my own thoughts into the brains of others. But when I was young, normal people feared me, distrusted me. I realized the human race is not yet ready to accept those with extra powers, so I decided to build a haven, a school for X-Men. Here we stay unsuspected by normal humans as we learn to use our powers for the benefit of mankind to help those who would distrust us if they knew our existence. Due to a childhood accident, I myself must remain in the chair, but through a master control panel, I have devices at my command, and through my mind, I am always in touch with my X-Men. In those early days, Xavier often kept knowledge from his students. Not wishing the other X-Men to think that Jean had been receiving special treatment, he had her pretend that she is a new student of his. Just as they are, nor does he yet believe them ready to know that he was actually crippled by an adult by a mysterious alien, Lucifer. But Xavier is speaking the absolute truth about his dream of aiding his fellow mutants. Jean soon shows the others just how powerful she is. And now I leave you to get to know each other. Let me be the first to welcome you to the X-Men, beautiful. Oh, Hank, take your paws off her. Well, for the love of Pete. Don't worry, Warren. I'm not exactly helpless, as you can see. Oh boy, what a gal. I hope she keeps that big ape up there forever. I hope I wasn't too rough on the poor dear. Not at all, Jean. We don't use kid gloves here. We have to make our trainings as rough as possible to prepare ourselves for our missions in the outside world. That's what I wanted to ask. Just what exactly is our real mission, sir? Jean, there are many mutants walking the earth, and more are born each year. Not all of them want to help mankind. Some hate the human race and wish to destroy it. Some feel that mutants should be the real rulers of Earth. It is our job to protect mankind from the evil mutants. And at that very moment, just such a mutant prepares to strike in a secret laboratory near Cape Canaveral. Sadao? The moment is at hand. All my months of preparation and planning shall now pay off. The human race no longer deserves domination over the planet Earth, and the day of the mutants is upon us. The first phase of my plan shall be to show my power to make Homo sapiens bow to Homo superior. This is Magneto, once friend of Charles Xavier, but now dedicated to conquering the world on behalf of mutant kind. Magneto's ability to command tremendous magnetic forces makes him perhaps the most dangerous mutant alive. And it is he whom the X-Men, young as they are, must face on their very first mission together. Next month, to battle Magneto. So I'm not going to read these. Like I said, after I finish reading all the comic books I want to read and some graphic novels, we can decide if we want to come back and read the rest of what I've got of Marvel Saga. I don't have that much in order, so maybe not. So we have Marvel Saga Classic Cover Gallery. You had Thor, Ant-Man, Hulk, and Iron Man, Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Superheroes. And this was September 1963. You had the Fantastic Four Annual, and that was 1963. And then you had the Amazing Spider-Man #4. So, alright. And so, like I said, this will be what we read next week. That will be the Classic X-Men, which kind of takes it. There's a whole bunch in between what was written in Marvel Saga to this, but not too much, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal for us to read it. I mean, it's kind of the see today's X Factor in their first battle when they were the original X-Men, and that's with Magneto. So it's not like it's a big deal. I mean, because you could like see that someplace else. Alright, so now it's Lego time. Lego time. Lego time. We all want the Legos. We all want the Legos. Okay, so Roger fixed this for me, which is great. So we can move on to the other parts of it. I'm not sure what we're working on now, but this is number 4. The 4th packet. Okay. These are my leftovers here, so let's put them up in case you want to use them again. I need them. Thump that here, which is weird. I didn't know it picked up that well. This thing keeps falling over, which is annoying. It's annoying. Okay. There's that. We have one more packet after that. Depending on how long it takes me to do this packet, I might do that packet and get done with our dragon here. You guys should visit my Discord and tell me, you know, if you're not already in that. Which ones are your favorite? Oh, that was an extra, I think. Put it in here. Oh, maybe I'll wait and see if I need it. Is it the reading of the comic books or the Lego making? There you go. Okay. So we need looking for the dark green. I think this one here. So we're looking for this one and then this little gray one. Not with a hook. Like that, but not. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's all. These are different. Always the first part's the hardest. Be a bitch if that was the first one that was missing. It says it's maybe it's a black one. I was looking for a gray one, but maybe it's a black one. Okay, that was the black one. Alright, so eyes are having a hard time here. This one? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. And we need, we'll put this one aside. And then we need a dark green, this one. And one of these goofies here. I'm going to take this one and put it on that one. And I'm going to put this one. This one. I think we're doing the head. We need one of these. One of these, not one of those. One of those, not one of those. One of these. And then one of these weird ones like that. And this one goes there. Snap, snap, snap. Maybe not. Maybe we're making the feet. Okay, so then we need one of those and one of these. One of those and one of these. And then this is gonna go this. That one's going to go, which one? Go this way. Can I put that up? Like that. And then we need 3 of these little black doohickeys. 1. So they go this way. Yes. Yep. that's what that looks like. And then we have to stick the claws in it. Material claws go same way. These little toesies move. Kinda cool, I guess. But look, that one's crooked. I don't want crooked toesies. Well, I guess it's got crooked toesies. Look at that. Good toesies. Okay, then we have to do 4 of those. 3 of those? Yeah, we do 4 of those. Great. Same way. Wouldn't it have been easier just to pull them all out? Okay. So let's put that one in, and then we got this one. I don't see, the problem is I don't see 4 of those dark colored ones. Oh, there's another one. I need one more. See one more. I see a light colored one, but I don't see a dark colored one. It's gonna be like a mismatch. Put her here. That sucks. I tell you, this build's been a bitch of a build lately.
4 more. God.
You know, I was just thinking you hadn't been doing much painting lately. Since you painted mine, and then now you're doing that. Yeah.
Well, no, it's not that. First, I was waiting to get the stuff I needed to do the panel lining. Then it was building up the courage to actually do the fucking panel lining, because the stuff I'm using, if you don't cover the plastic properly, it will make the plastic extremely brittle and make it crack and break.
Oh, well, that sucks.
So it was nerve-wracking type shit.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you got it taken care of.
Basically, I had to build up enough fucking courage to do it. Then I'm getting over
I
there
know
doing
that
it.
feeling. Okay. I don't know why, but it's like that one's not there, so we're just gonna have to wing it, I guess. Sucks. Okay. There's that one. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, where was it? Okay, so now we need 3 of these. We'll put them together. That'll be the easiest way to do it. This one. One more. I just need one more little black one. Okay. Okay. So I got that part. Now we need the dark 3 ones here. Here's one. Here's one. Here's one. And these go on the black part. No, that's not the black part. Is it on there? It's on there. Is it on there? Is it really, really, really on there? It says really, really, really on there. It would have been easier to. Oh, I did say it 4 times. I wasn't paying attention. It would have been easier if they said that 4 times, but they did. I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, now I need the green ones. Oh wait, I didn't do the next part. I'm just trying to. We need. That one, this one, and that one, and then we need the gray funky ones. These ones are here. One. One more. Like that. Okay. And that goes. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we do these ones. I know the other part's like the wings and the head. Then if this is this one. That one's done. That one's done. I'm like, where'd it go? One's done. Let me see. There's those. Yay, now we need these ones. Which we'll just do it ourselves. Hold on. I don't want to go into it. Ugh. I like that the feet spread out. think we do them now, too. That's what I think. I think so. But the pieces here look like teeth. And you, okay, that's our third one. Hey, Caswell, thanks for stopping by. We're making feet. Making feet. Making feet, making feet. I hope you've been having a good Friday Eve for yourself. Ow, a foot fell off. Actually, it's a claw. So it would be a toe fell off. Oh, it fell off like that. Oh well. Ooh, sorry. That hurt. Sorry. You have to pop it every once in a while. I don't know why. Ah, son of a bitch. It's coming apart. Don't come apart. You were doing so well. So, sorry for that loud pop in your ear. We need another. Should be all of them. Oh. Okay, so we have all four of them now. I fought 3 dragons today in Dragon Age. So let's put its legs on, hopefully without falling apart on me. I don't know how that works. I guess it just works like that. It seems like it should be down for you. Maybe they tilt more. Alright, well we'll just put them on and see what happens. Oh, I guess that's how it works. Okay. There we go. PTs are on. Can it stand on its feetsies? I don't know that it can stand on its feetsies. I feel like its feetsies are oddly angled. Maybe it's not supposed to stand on all of them. Okay, that's it. It's very oddly angled. Alright, I'm pretty sure we're making them out now. But we'll see. The green one. This one here. And this see, round one. It's 2 green ones. Any 2 green ones? This one. Another one. There's that. I need this one here. That goes on top of that. Two. This one here. That one goes on how? Does that one go on? Oh, I need 2 of those. So one. These go on the back side. Okay, I'm not really sure how that head's going to attach anyway, so I need 2 of the black ones. These ones here. That doesn't fit. Maybe it goes this way. I guess it does. That way. So I'm very confused by this. Okay, where's that other one? This one here. Okay, there we go. And then we need these 2 brown ones. They go on like this, I guess. Okay, so there we go. So far. Uh-oh, here goes the dog. Look, there's Embarrassed Pottery K48S. Has the best views. Arr, 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 arr. I hear you. What are you growling about? Arr, 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 arr. The microphone's very sensitive today. That one. Okay, now we're going to wait, we're doing that again. That's okay, so now we need that green one again. These 2. Maybe we're not doing it all. I don't know what we're doing. Maybe we're doing the wing things. Now we got green one. That. And then the 2. I'm a bit confused here. I'm a bit confused here. I don't have those. These ones? Guess so. Okay, there you go. All the way across. Okay, all the way across. And then I have 2 round ones again. then these two go together somehow. So this way to the black ones. So okay. Makes no sense to me. I need putting on the black. I will put the side ones on. Where is it? Two sides. No, put these ones in. I think it's these ones. This it's unusual. Oh, it's a hinge one. I have a hinge one. Oh, put the hinge one now. Looks like it's a dark green one, but I don't see a dark green one. Oop. This one. What is the hingy one? Okay, never mind. Let's go. Oh, I see. Right here. That's bizarre. Very odd. Where'd the other one go? So that looks like that. Ow. And then this one. Okay, so then see. So then we have what? Two of those? One of those. Oh, then we got the cross one. That goes right here. And then we have this one. Which goes right there. Then we turn it around.
Okay.
Did I do that right? I don't think I did that right. I don't think I did that right. I think I did it wrong. But we're going to see. Oh no, that's right. Then we got to turn it around. I see. Then we have to put this one on here. Then we put on the other side. Then that's the other side too. It's the same thing. We find another one of those little Hindi dudes. Right here. Open it up.
Okay.
Ah. And this one goes here. Ah, sorry. Snap, crackle. So there it is. So that was the side I did. Now I'm doing this side. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, so that's done. And if you're listening just to audio and you're drinking your sake, okay, really, however you want to do it, don't bother me, man. I'm just trying to figure out how to get these to work. Alright, so now we're going to go, well, that was on the other side. I have to put one of these on. But thanks for being there. Interesting. Okay. And we have one of these, and we have to flip it over. I'll put it on this side. Then we got that one. It's on the top. That's that way. Put this one here. And then this one here. No, that's not right. I don't know what that was for. So that's there. And we have this one. What is that one for? This one? Okay, so there's that. I'm not sure where it goes though. It says it plugs in through the neck. I don't know how it does that. Unless I have the whole body upside down. No? So how does that do that? Yeah. How does that hook in there? I think they're full of shit. Am I missing a piece? It says that's supposed to go there, but I don't remember ever having a piece that indicates that I have a thing that goes in there. So I'm screwed now. So that means I'm missing something. Damn. Yeah, I'm missing something. I missed a whole shadoodle here. So let's go back and take a look and see what I did wrong. Because that was the feet. Oh, I am missing something. Well, how the hell did that not get in there? Okay. I have to look at... Are these two going there? Well, we can't attach the head. I screwed up somehow. I have to go back and look. So when we were building the body, let's go back to where we were building the body. There we go. Building the body. Building the body. So I have to take it apart again. It's going to piss me off. Oh, maybe it's that one. It is that part right there. Son of a bitch. I wonder if I can get it off without taking it all apart. So that's gonna suck. Let's take this off first. That's gonna be our best bet. I don't know if I can do this since I screwed it up. As we built it upside down, so it's like really hard to tell how it's supposed to go. I want to be able to take it apart without taking the fucking legs off. But maybe I should just take the legs off. They popped in though, so I don't know if I can. Oh, now that other piece is falling apart. Yeah, because they're in that weird ball joint. I don't know if I can get them off. So let's lift it up here. Just put the legs out. There's that. Oh, great. Just stay right there. Okay. Aha. Okay, got that part off. Take that part off. So what happened is there's the part, but I put it in upside down. Looks like. So I'm thinking that was supposed to go there. That was supposed to go there, but I swear that's not how I saw it. Okay, give me a second. I gotta figure out what I did wrong here. Because I built it up. You built it upside down, then you have to turn it over. Okay, so I have that and that. Where'd that other piece go? This piece goes here. I think so. Yeah. And then this piece goes this way. Is that how it goes? No. Yeah, so that's the problem. Because then that has to go back this way. That's not the way I need it to go. That's the way they showed it. So there's the, yeah, with this at the bottom. This was supposed to be this way. Okay, so now I've got it in the right spot. This is going to go on here. Now I gotta just put the panels back on. Those panels go, please. Bottoms like this. They curve. Yeah, like this. Maybe like this. That. And then this part goes up here. Now we'll go back across this side, do the same thing. It's weird how one piece could fuck everything up. Okay, I messed that up. I don't freaking care anymore. There's I don't know what I did wrong here now. I think that's how that goes. And this goes, this went the wrong way. I have this going the wrong way. Let's see. I don't know where that goes. Ah, son of a busy. Stop falling apart. I hate these because they fall apart so easily. Okay. I'm trying to get the panel on, and I'm not having a good time of it. So it's got to go this way. And I have one panel on, but the other one. So what is that panel do? Should be curved, right? But I think I got the other one wrong too. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Alright, well, that's fine. Thanks for being here, though. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time with this. I don't know where it goes. So I'm just gonna do the best I can with it, I guess. I hope that it turns out alright. At this point, there's much I can do about it. Wish I had this there. So it's just a matter of what looks good. Put that one down. This wheel right there. This finger's stuck. Okay, it's fine. Now it looks somewhat like it's supposed to. I think I got that backwards. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. The head's on, that's all I care about. It's so hard to do some of these more elaborate ones without them falling apart on you. Alright, I got the neck head thingy on. That's all that I care about. They don't really sit well. I'm telling you, he has a lopsidedness to him. Alright, we gotta go back to where we're at. I envy those people that could do this and make it look so easy. But first, the little ones are pretty easy. Uh-oh. Problems occurring. You alright, love? Alright, so now we're doing, we put the head on, so now, we put the neck on, so now we're doing, I guess, the head. So we need this part, so this foot doesn't want to sit right. He's cockeyed. I don't know why. I don't know why he's a cockeyed dragon, but he is. And we need that one. There. I need another one of these. here. Maybe they'll snap. Hate the round ones. Round I have a hard time with. Put this one in here. Right, and then two of the ones. Got that one. Two out. That one. That one.
Done.
Okay, what's that? I'm gonna take these two. Oh, there it is. I was like, well, we missed that part, but this one out. There's that. One. Two overs. Oh, well. First, we're going to take this other one. That one there. And then, so this is our thing. These go on this side. Okay, we got those. Okay, got build a separate thing. Well, it's a lot better. Now we have to do this one. And this one. And put that one on top of that one. And two of these. What other ones? By themselves. Okay, so then we got those, and then we need this one goes like this. Maybe if it clips in. Now it clips there, and then this is on this side. Yep, okay, so now we got that. Okay, we only need these two little thingy bop. Go on. That goes on this one. Goes on this one. It's like a sculpture sometimes, I feel. Okay, and then the two. This one. Out. So we put one here. Have to buy another set pretty soon. I don't know what I'm gonna buy though. Can't get that in. I don't like the round ones, they're hard to get in. those now. This one goes here. And then that one like that. I got tusks. I got tusks. I need this one. That goes on here. Then I need this one. That one. Then this one, what did I just put it? This one here. Goes right there. And this one goes here. Okay. I see. That goes like that. The brown one. This brown one. This one. And another one of these. Oh, come up there. Not the right way. And then it goes this way. So if it's facing this way, these go this way. This one goes here. Okay. And then you have to put that one here. This way. Let's do mouth. Wow. I thought the mouth to the griffin was way more spectacular. I'm guessing that's the mouth. I don't know. Maybe not. It looks like it though. Yeah, I personally think that the mouth to the griffin was way better for that one. Alright, so then we're gonna take these ones. And we're taking the okay. Okay. This one here. This one goes this way. You alright, love?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just out of breath, trying to catch my breath again.
Okay.
Is this shit? Fuck.
Okay, there we go. We got that part. And then there's eyebrows.
Go this way.
Eyebrows.
Oh, here.
Where do eyebrows go? Eyebrows also go here. Wait, no, stop tilting on me. Ah, stop moving! Okay, there's the head. Looks like not an easy one. Yeah, it's not an easy one. Okay, so then we attach the head. Well, there we go. His mouth moves, but I think the griffin was still the better mouth. This one looks better. Okay. Alright, so next week will be the last one, which will be the wings. I'm pretty sure. So, they look like that color. There's a lot of weird little extra pieces here. Alright, now we're going on to journal making. Journal making. Journal making. So you can see it. There's the mouth. Arr, 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 arr. Rar, 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 rar. Rar, 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 rar. Can you see it? Yeah. I can't see because I never can tell where I'm at in the camera. I don't like the feet. The feet are bad. The bad feet. I wonder if this one was designed before the other one was, because it's got bad feet. Alright, so I am, remember, oh no, oh no, I have to put something on the back of my, maybe work on the cover. So, my glue stuck on my back of my journal from my cards that I have that I use to, so that means I gotta cover this up somehow. I hadn't decided what to put on the back, but maybe we'll work on that. I've got these roses that I was thinking would be really cool if I color them up and put them on the back. So maybe we'll work on that after I see if I can get more of this off. I don't think so. I think that's pretty much stuck there. So if we put a rose right here, that would probably be good. So let me get my crayons on. Okay. I'm going to color it first and then cut it out, because sometimes cutting stuff out is not good. That's really loud. Sorry. Alright, so I've got a pink here. I've got cut a purple, which might look pretty with that. I've got a reddy color. I'm thinking this is the outline color. I don't think I have another purpley pinky color. We need some greens. Got 2 greens, I think. I don't think I would use the crayon because it's too fatty for that. So we'll use greens. Let's see how that's gonna look. Oh, I might use the green on there. So this particular picture here is actually a transfer, or it was originally a transfer. I had a ton of them, so. Could try it with this one. Welcome to the ASMR. As Feely could probably tell you, the secret to coloring things in is just know where darker and lighter colors are going to go. You always want to lay your lighters down first because the darkers will go over it. I have some anxieties about coloring things because once you color them, you can't change them. So for me, that's a bit anxious. These are these gel crayons. They are so smooth when you put them on. I just enjoy them so much because they feel, I don't know, like how it feels to put your hand on silk. That's how it feels. We didn't kind of brush this down. Well, this pen's not really working. I wondered about that. Okay. It's dead. I was like, that doesn't look different. It looked different down here, but then it stopped working up there. Okay, let's see if I got another pin. I mean, I have tons of pins. Let's see if I have a pin I can use on there. one doesn't want to work. Yep, nope. It's not going to work either. I know I have gel pins someplace. Just don't know where they're at the moment. Gel would be the better one to do it. Let's see what I got in here. There's another green. So that's a gel pen. There's another green. Another green. All else fails, I'll bring out the pencils and we'll use color pencils. I have pencils too I could use. Yeah, they're pinned. Let's see if this one's gonna work. Nope. Oh, there it goes. But that one worked fine. I just needed to add it there. So. Now remember, this is for me, not for, like, it's not for other people, so, I mean, people can look at it, but it's for me. I'm doing the art and stuff for myself. I was looking at these pens on Garvey, which is a type of an art supply place that's online, and they have some that are sparkles. They're acrylic markers that are sparkles. I have acrylic markers too. I usually use them for other things, though I don't use them for paper. So now the question, we'll go up here on this, like this. I don't think it likes writing on the crayon very well, which is weird. Because I see the marks, but... Bark at a bark.
Enough.
Up now, they're all going. Alright, so there's that. Let's put a different green on there. Let's try this one. do, 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 do. Oh. My back's bothering me. I'm sorry.
Boy.
I bought these pins, these other pins, just recently. It's annoying when they don't work.
I'm gonna go get the mail.
Too late. Okay. Too late for me. Too late.
Oh, where's that?
So, what do we want to do?
She's streaming at the moment.
What's he need?
My mom actually isn't going to my grandma's.
Okay.
She just wanted.
Me to know?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna try doing some blending with the two of them. See what we come up with. I have these roses down the street from me that are so pretty. They're yellow with orange underneath, and then they come out with these tips that are orange, so it's kind of cool. So I don't know if we have that one. Oh, we need to put more, I think, over here. I tell you, it's like painting with these. Okay. And if I don't like this, how it turned out, I can always do it again. I have another one. I have quite a few copies of this rose that I was going to put in here. Sorry. Itchy ear. Itchy ear. And because we're going to cut it out, the edges don't have to be really sharp. No, I'll also do painting on my pages, so it turned out pretty. Oh, nice and soft now. Okay, and then we want to see if we can outline it.
Crap.
Maybe it's it might be the, I might not be able to use those sounds on that. So, I need ballpoint pins, I think.
Alright. Mail. This is something about St. Benny's. So I'll just put it there for you.
Oh.
I don't know exactly what it is, but it's about St. Benny's.
Okay. They might be looking for donations.
Probably.
What do we want to do with that? We could leave it as is. That looks pretty. I could look for another gel pen. think I'll just leave it as it is for now. So go ahead and take these.
My ball.
Those ones in here. I'm telling you though, I love those gel ones. Those gel ones are so cute. Let's see. See if I can get this one to work. There we go. Just to give it a little extra. Little extra. Okay, I gotta find my little scissors. Yeah. I have tiny scissors, but I can't find these other scissors. I haven't seen them lately, so maybe they got hooks and pickup. I got too many scissors in here. Oh my gosh, got a lot of scissors. I'll take these scissors out. 'Cause put them in there. Okay. All right. Let's see what I don't know where they're at. Maybe they're in here. Nope. They don't look like it. Okay, well, let's just cut them out. Cut it out the best I can. Maybe I'll find my little scissors another day. So in the art world, they call this fussy cutting because you're cutting along the edge of your lines. Ha. Yeah, be careful what you put on the outside of your journal because that's going to end up being exposed to most stuff. So if it's going to fall apart, that's what's going to fall apart first. You're going to have to be gluing shit on there all the time. Or re-gluing it, I guess. I wish I could find my little scissors because that will make cutting that one spot out much easier. They are over here. Could be in there too. Take that one back too. I have little scissors out in the other place too. I want to go out there to get them. Okay, well, it is what it is. Still. Look for them next time so I can use them again. Right. So see, here's another one of those same rows. But in this case, it's got, you know, if I use this, I have to figure out ways to cover that up. Though, I could do washi tape on it, which I might do. That is an event of itself, though. Which I have, the scissors I have, the little scissors, are specifically for using on washi tape. That. I'm not gonna worry that there's a little bit of white showing on that. I was out cutting my roses today. They're blooming quite a bit. I got an orange one that's gonna come up out in the front yard. Because I planted some directly in the ground that I'm not worried about if I leave them here. I have found that sometimes landlords just pull them out anyway. They rip them out. It's kind of weird, but okay. Roses aren't overly hard to take care of, so not sure why. Well, at least my roses aren't, because they've been designed to just be left alone and do their thing. To get nice sharp scissors, this is good. Then you can kind of use them to just cut the paper by moving the paper around on them.
Mine needs soda. Damn it. Damn it.
Okay, there we go. So the question is, I don't think I want to put it on there by itself. I think I want to put paper. I have some paper I want to put on there, I think. So I went to the doctor yesterday for the issue I was having with my insides, with my womanly parts. So I'm going to use proper words. People get embarrassed by proper words, but I don't care. So I was bleeding, obviously, from my uterus. I am not premenopausal. I am not menopausal. I am postmenopausal. So I am all done with that whole thing. So I've gone through my hormonal changes and everything. You know, where you want to kill people. The joke is where your wife wants to kill you. Or your mother.
Mother-in-law. It's always the mother-in-law.
No, I meant when they go through menopause.
Still, the mother-in-law.
I just think your mother-in-law didn't like you. So,
My mother-in-law tried to sleep with me.
well, again, doesn't mean she liked you. People can have sex with people they don't like. A lot of times, people that have sex with their own children's spouses, it's a revenge kind of thing. It's that aspect of, look, he likes me more than you. Thanks, Feely. Anyway, so to get back to not Roger's weird past. Granted, he's not the only person I've ever met whose mother-in-law wanted to sleep with him. Actually, I've even met some who did sleep with their mother-in-law. So, and then I have met a couple where they divorced their spouses, which was the father-in-law and the mother-in-law got divorced, and then the child of the mother-in-law and the person she slept with got divorced, and then they remarried. So it's odd. There's odd people everywhere in the world. But anyway, so I went to the doctor. We're gonna wait 6 months, and then we're gonna go back. I'm gonna go back in, and I'm gonna have another ultrasound done because my ultrasound was good. It's just that the lining of my uterus is kind of thick, and that in women over 60 and over, I'm not quite there yet, but that can be a precursor to cancer. So that's the why, the concern for me to go in. But here's the thing. Of the cancers that you can get, uterine and ovary cancer don't spread. So, I mean, maybe amongst themselves, maybe from the uterus to the ovaries, but if your ovaries have it, your uterus is going too, so it's not going to matter. And if you're the opposite, if the uterus has it, then the ovaries are going too, because they're going to yank them all out. All the little puppies are coming, all in one whack. I have an issue with surgery. I have trauma around it, so I have huge problems with having surgery done. I knew I'd do it. Okay, so I cut it. I didn't mean to cut it, but I'll fix it, so it's not a problem. And it's only for me, so I'm not going to worry about it. So, in 6 months, if at any time I start to bleed again, I have to call and make an appointment and go in and be checked, because that means it needs to come out. It needs to be cleaned, or it needs to come out. So that's how that's gonna go. But if I don't, then I'll do another ultrasound. If nothing comes from that, I'll probably do a biopsy. If nothing comes from that, then at that point, they will just accept the fact that I probably have thick lining. Some people do. We're not all perfectly normal. Now, I could leave it like that. Or we could I have this other paper I could put under there. And I could make, I don't know what I would make. Let me show you the paper though. Nothing shit everywhere. Woo-hoo. Now I have these other ones I want to do too. I made these. I used to work in a copy shop, so I made these a long time ago. And I'd like to. I'm gonna make a copy of them on my printer. Which I could do now. But I'm gonna make a copy of them on my printer, and then I'm gonna cut out the center part of it. So I like roses. So I have this, which I could take a piece of that, do that one, it's kind of nice, or I could put it on this one, right here, which is a little thinner, which is part of a handprint. These are paintings I've made with him, of course with my handprint, but I think I like this one. So, I like that coppery color. I think I like it that way. So we're gonna glue it down. I'm not gonna worry about that part. Maybe we're gonna glue it down if I can get my glue open. Hey Roger, you try opening that for me? The cap is glued on, I think.
Give me it. Reach out. You need it?
I don't need it. Like,
there we go.
thank you.
Here's that.
Did it glue itself on there? No.
Well, I kept reaching for it and you kept pulling it away.
No, I just was wondering if it glued to it, but
No, it wasn't glued. It was just on tight.
Had a hard time with that. Sorry. Knock knock. Who's there? No one. No one's here. Not gonna matter because it's all on that side. Try not to put it on so tight. Look at my piece of thing I don't. I hate when you stick to it. But it's glue, so it's gonna stick to it. Okay, so I'm gonna lift this up. Ooh, don't fall. I'm gonna put it right there. It looks messy right now. It won't stay messy, I promise. The glue will dry and then it'll all look good and pretty. There we go. And then we'll cut it. Again, cutting, more cutting. Except we're not going to cut it all the way off. I need to let the glue dry a little bit. Now we're not gonna fussy cut this. What we'll do is we'll cut it closer and then we'll put it on there. Which, this is the side, so that side from it. This was what we glued. Oh, this is actually gonna go this way. See? So that was that. Look at that Wolverine. That's all on there now. So that looks pretty good. This will go right here. Maybe I'll do it. Let's just go. Oh, there they are. That like that. And then we'll put that right there. That looks pretty good. And maybe we'll put Wolverine on this side. I do have some Wolverine like that. I have words that go across. So maybe we'll put something there, or I'll put another decoration on it. But let's go ahead and put this one down. Which I'm not going to worry about that. Where's my... So, I was gonna tell you guys my first name, because I'm gonna be putting some stuff on here that has my name on it, because I want to put some stuff, some memory stuff in here. I go by Eliza. That's not real. I was only not telling people my name because I had confidentiality issues, but those are now long dead. Anybody I worked with is well over, is out of there. They'd be 16, 17 years old now, so I don't have to worry about it as much.
Boy. Chill.
X has something to say, and he wants to say it. He wants to say it. It's important. Just have to be careful. It's still stick. I just want it to not stick so much. Okay.
Hello. Archie.
So, hello, 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 hello. Let's see. So, let's see if I had any Wolverine stuff here. So, I did want to show you is that if another way you can make a journal. Another way you can make a journal is you can use envelope.
Yeah, it's
so this is the
give them a
envelope
week
state.
usually, right?
Business stuff comes in.
Talking, you know, what? That's the point.
So you could put it that way. See. So this one goes this way. Then this lifts up this way. And you can put stuff in it. And then you go this way with it. Then there's stuff you can put there. And then this opens up this way. And then you have stuff you can put in here. And then you have that side. And then you have this side. Then you have that. And then you have this side. See? And this is an envelope as well. So you can put stuff in it. And that's a journal as well. You could paint it, write it, do whatever you want. I'm going to color it up for this journal. I'm going to be using that in there. I was looking to see if I had Wolverine stuff. No, maybe we'll do that next.
Later, brother. Have a good one. Stay safe.
Anyway, so I'm going to call it quits here for this stream. If I don't have Wolverine lettering across here, I will, that's what I'll do next time, is I'll make a title for that to go across, because I want to be able to open it up and know which side is my Wolverine side. Because my other side, you know, is the unicorn side.
Ooh, I need to clean that.
Which isn't going to be an issue. So, alright. So that's pretty much the end of this stream. What we're going to do is I'm gonna, like I always do, I'm gonna end. Make sure I don't have any glue now stuck on my things. I'd hate for that to happen.
Yeah, but it needs to happen.
Where'd that go? Use this one. Oh, there it is. Use this one.
It's okay. I've been through worse. I'm pretty sure I've been hit worse.
Let's put that there. Look at this one here to protect it. I have these roses I want to color too.
Oh, I've been hit.
So, but I could also do, like I said, washi tape. So maybe we'll do at least one of those. I'm gonna put this back up here. All right, so I will probably stream tomorrow night, tomorrow evening. Maybe Dragon Age. Might take a shot at that Revenge to Savage Planet. I have to get through the lassoing stuff. But I'm going to play, you remember what I would do now is I'm going to play that one.
Oh, I don't need that open.
So turn that off. And we're going to pull this up. And I'm going to go over here. No. Hang on. It'll be a minute. But I've got a big box down here, and it's got all kinds of stuff. I wanted to. I'll show you again really quick. For those of you who just showed up, I am in the process of trying to do a art challenge for fabric, and these are my drawings for that. It's a Ferris wheel, a boot with little ghosties in it, and this is a soda pop stand, and this is going to be the roller coaster with little ghosties in it, and it's going to be called the Boo Choo Choo. So the challenge is that you do something fun or humorous or whatever in the style of a trolley. I think it's trolley, but it might be trolley. But it's type of fabric that has a repetitive pattern done in like a blue pen or whatever, blue purple pen. So I'm gonna try to do different colors.
She says hi.
So, all right, let's get this going on. Alrighty. Definitely don't have as much of an echo, but it's still an echo. So this is where I'm ending my stream. For about 5 or 10 minutes, I play this, and that gives everybody time to just say goodbye. Say goodbye. Please fill out these profiles. Nope, I don't think so. Thanks. I wanted to get that Sherlock Holmes, so I was going to look at it. Nope. Okay, so they finished the Easter thing, so now you can buy last year's unique stickers or exchange them with friends. Interesting. Sticker fair. So my sister Vera has a birthday soon, but she's working so hard she probably forgot about it. I want to arrange a party for her, and I've written a list of things to do. Could you help me with the preparations? Oh, we have to go someplace else for that. I'll let you in on a secret. I don't only exterminate monsters, but also rescue critters that have been transformed by fog, and that is really loud. Hang on. That one's probably louder than all of them. Why is that so loud? Drop it down just a little bit. Okay. Still louder than me. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah. All right, that's better.
I know.
Just loud in my head too.
I remember those days.
Welcome to my fog take me. What happened here? My pets can be a bit rambunctious at times, but it's never been this bad. They're not usually aggressive. But what if one of them is more dangerous than I thought? Let's calm them down and investigate. I like her outfit. The Huntress. Oh, we've got this one. What are we doing? Oh, we're over here. Yes. Oh, well, there we go. Hey. Oh, they're so cute. What are they? After the mayhem, the old climbing wall is only good for firewood. It seems to have been broken by an all-powerful beast. The new wall is covered with lush tropical greenery from Lady's Peacock greenhouse, an ideal habitat for snake weasels. They love it. Look, they're snake weasels. We've learned something about the Huntress, and an entry has appeared in your notebook. Read it. A wall-covered greenery... Yeah, whatever. Why would I read it if I just read it? Okay, I don't have any more notes, so that's the way that goes. Play.
Oh, I'm still putting more up.
Here we go. Bee, 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 bee.
Yes.
Okay, so, sorry. We need the ghost, the fire hydrant, the werewolf. Oh, we're collecting those. Interesting. We need a camera, the easel, the woman's hat. But there's the woman's hat. There's the cat. We need a clock. Violin in a case. And a kite. Okay. Play. Play. Find the items of the list. Okay, well, we need a griffin. We need the owl. I don't see the owl. I see a bat. Oh, there's the owl. We need a violin. Need a globe. And we need a frog. What a good little frog. Okay. Play. Camera. Watering can. Those are always hard to find sometimes. Nope, there it is. Piggy. Piggy in a hat, actually. Gold garden gnome. Lamppost. And then the easel. Yay. Okay. And then we'll go to the next one.
Field.
Play. Miner's hat. The Book of Rituals. I don't know how you know that. Hat. Bell. Kettle. Fern. Trampoline. Tambourine. Yay, that didn't look like any tambourine I know, but okay. Where are we at next? Dance school. Hourglass. Picture? I don't know. Women's hat. Maybe that's a picture. Picture. Yeah, it's a picture. Chinchilla. Oh, no. Horse. What the hell's the horse? Oh, there he is. Play. Letters in the items are disappearing. Find the items as soon as possible. Oh, okay. Cauldron. I don't see it. You hesitate and discern anomalies are just removed. I'll try to find the items. Whatever, leave me alone. I'm doing stuff. You can restore. Okay, cool. I didn't need it, but sure. I was looking for the cauldron. Oh, there it is. The hookah. Where's that one? I just saw that one. It's right there. The broom. I need the something wrap. Let's see what that one is. Use. Bear trap. What? I never figured that one out. Where the fuck's the bear trap at? Oh. Okay, that was complicated. Blade. Petrified hull. You zoom in a location and stretch to move the image. Okay, table clock. Cello. Books. Cat. Top hat. Owl. Jewel box. Alright. How many more of these do we have? Interesting. Okay, clay. Okay. Spot 5. Oh, differences. Okay. Am I supposed to put up there or do I point here? Here's the item. Take it. Okay. Magnifying speed moves points out a difference between the screen. Well, I know I can see the differences. Okay. It's fine. No? Well, oh, I see. It's a reverse. Okay, that makes sense now. Huh. That one. About 2 differences. Leave me alone. Maybe I don't wanna yet. Maybe I don't wanna. Fine. I would have never seen that one. You mean it opens up wider? That's weird. That's a weird one. I've never done that one before. Find list of items. Yeah, this is where I have to do this. It's a monkey. I don't know what that is. Okay, well I know that's that one. But I'm not sure what that other one, this one is. took a moment. That took a moment. Okay. We're gonna go about 3 more minutes or so. Maybe a longer. Banana tree? The frick? I don't know what a banana tree is. We're gonna skip that for a minute. We're gonna go look for the pith element. Well, that's a lot of shit in here. There's that one. Camera. I don't see the ship. Okay, what's a pendulum clock? That's one of those tick-tock clocks. There's that one. Okay, I don't see the... I have time, so... Oh. Wrong kind of ship. I was looking for a different boat. Alright, well that's done. Pendulum clock. I'll see that one. A dinosaur egg. None of the... Okay, there's that one. Weighing scale. Dinosaur egg. Weighing scale. I don't know. Moth. I don't know what this one is, though. Okay, where's that scale at? Oh, they're right there. So what is that, bat? Let's go with bat. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. I did not have to use my things. Photostan. Dragon egg. Encyclopedia. I don't know what encyclopedia would be. Maybe this one. Handbag. Piggy. Cactus. Lamppost. There's a lamppost. What's the photo stand in? I don't know what that is, so we're gonna look for that one. Well, that I didn't need the cactus. I need the photo stand in. Oh, right there. Never mind. Probably if I thought about it, I would have known. Yeah. Made 100%. I don't like these ones. That one. That one. That one. What we got left? Bells. This one. That one. Okay, well, I did alright with that one, I guess. I feel like we're just going around in circles here. Huh? Oh, I'm gonna get ready to make dinner.
Okay.
Just a minute. Crocodile. I don't see. Oh, there he is. I was like, I don't see the crocodile cake. The cauldron again, but they've moved it. We'll skip that one. The scythe. Scarlet. Monster chest. Tambourine. Cauldron. Monster chest. I don't even see a chest. Tambourine. Monster chest. Still missing the cauldron. I don't know what a monster chest is. Oh, there's a cauldron. Oh, there's a monster chest. Haha. Alright, well, we gotta close this off. So then we do. Choose one of the options, change the item in the room. Cool. Flying fish need both air and water for comfort. Isabel conjured an abnormally soft thundercloud for them at my request. Isabel is an excellent specialist and one of the few people I can truly rely on. People say we're alike. That's a compliment. Cool. Alright, well, I'm going to call it quits here. And I will catch you all on the next stream. Catch you in the flip side. Like I said, probably tomorrow. Okay?